there, I was making my chili for the Super Bowl, and I needed a few more Wait a second. That's my spoon.
Oh, do you mean the spoon I'm holding in my hand right now? I bought this for the new museum exhibit on the 1800s. It would be a great addition, and I'm curating it right now.
What do you mean you're curating it? It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs in my house. It's been passed down for generations, and now my two little sisters need to use it. What am I going to do when I have to teach them?
Yes, but this is a beautiful piece of history. Everyone deserves to see this.
I don't need it for history. I need it for today.
But I purchased it.
Somebody just stole it from me. I've been looking for it everywhere.
Look, if we don't have things like this preserved for the sake of history, we'll forget them.
But I want to teach my little siblings and other generations how to use the spoon for today.
Sorry, it'll be in the archives.
But without the spoon, how will you teach me the family recipe now?
This may seem unrealistic and even unfair, but this is how Native Americans feel about their artworks and historical artifacts. The museums across this country think they have a right and responsibility to protect Native American artifacts. But with the responsibility to protect it comes the unfortunate circumstances that they are holding hostage an entire culture's history, and they need it for today and for their future. To protect something, we need to share a similar goal. Protecting the Native Americans' artifacts follows a goal without the Native Americans in mind. These traditions and artifacts will fade away, while the people who want them most will be left empty-handed. Without the right to reclaim them, the 574 tribes currently found across the United States cannot reconnect to their past and therefore maintain a hopeful future. Let's take a look at a timeline, and we're going to see how and when a lot of these artifacts went missing. In 1492, Columbus discovers the Americas, and he brings many resources back to Spain with him. 1500s and 1800s, the Native American tribes were torn apart by disease and conflicts induced by the colonists. Instances like the Trail of Tears, which was blazed in the 1830s, many of the Native Americans had their lives and land stolen, and many of their artifacts were left behind. In 1990, Congress passed the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act. As a result, some land and artifacts were given back to the Native Americans, but many still remain in museums. Let's go back to our skit at the beginning. What if a museum could just go into our house and take everything in our possession for the sake of historical preservation? In the skit, if the girl didn't have the spoon, she wouldn't be able to pass down special memories and recipes with her children. We might use that for nostalgia, everyday use, or to pass on to our children. Let's talk about one big issue right away. Ownership. Who owns it?
I don't need it for history. I need it for today.
But I purchased it.
Somebody just stole it from me.
Is the owner who paid for them responsible for keeping them safe from poachers or thieves who will have sold them to the highest bidder? Are they responsible for keeping it safe so it doesn't degrade with time? They seem like very noble goals, but they actually aren't. Many of these artifacts are kept in endless, dark hallways, unseen by the people who want desperately to have them displayed in their reservations. These museums might have also acquired the artifacts in financial distress for the tribes, but instead of helping them out, they took advantage of them. Artifacts are displayed in the museum, it would feel like slavery of the artists and the culture that the Native American people want back. both for today and because they're running out of time to share those traditions with the younger generations. We have an awesome opportunity. It is a pure gift from technology. With 3D scanning and printing, we can learn what we need to know about these artifacts, and with 3D printing, we can recreate these artifacts and display them in place of the original items. According to Jonathan Haas, the curator emeritus of the Chicago Field Museum, there was an idea that anthropologists were going to save the material culture that was going to be lost. The museums played a role in the conserving of that culture. At the same time, I think the museums also played a role in the disappearance of that culture because they went in and gathered everything they could get their hands on. In order to not make that same mistake again, we need to make sure that the Native American people are not part of their past, but also the future of the United States as a whole. They should not have to negotiate for their future. Elders need to pass on this truth while they're still alive. Every item has a story to tell, and it's time we gave them the right to share that story once more.